24-hour home of CBS Sports. Mountain West Conference continues. San Jose State against number 20 San Diego State. On to Chris Lewis, Bob Wenzel. Gentlemen.
Paul Viejas Arena here in San Diego. 20th ranked San Diego State and San Jose State doing battle with Coach Bob Wenzel. I'm Chris Lewis. So far, not a bad start for San Jose State, who's dropped 3 in a row. And that is Anderson stepping back, rattling it down.
Well, they love the 3. They make the second most threes in the Mountain West, almost 9 per game, and that's got to be a formula for them in this one. I believe that they've got to get a dozen, more than 10, something like that, to stay in this one. So far, their physical defense they're getting away with. Ledee is getting bumped and banged and not calling anything right now.
Reese Waters, air ball. Ledee and Humer wrestle again. Both players on the deck again, and it's a tie-up. The arrow will keep it here on this side, 6 to shoot.
Extremely physical. Humer, 6'10", Sweden. How about this physicality?
2 points for the takedown.
That's 6'9" and 6'10". Ledee has kept his poise very well, and he's used to getting physical. Humer, a seldom used player because Jong is out in this game. He's getting to play.
In and out from Saunders, who had a dunk about a minute earlier. Now San Jose State, they've lost 10 of their last 11, trying to avoid the cellar of the Mountain West, while San Diego State in contention for first place. Extra step from Tibet Gorner, the forward from Turkey.
When you're playing in this building, you know, it's a tough building. Obviously, they've won 35 out of 36 games in this building. But the opposition gets fired up, especially a school like San Jose State, who does not have good attendance at all at home. They come into a place like this. It's packed. It's loud. It can be inspiring. Well, finally they call one off the ball here.
Seixas gets called. It is a battle whenever Ledee tries to carve out that position in the post. For those of you watching our free streaming coverage.
Always a good asset for San Diego State, and defense, of course, is it. The Spartans more than 10 threes and commit fewer than 8 turnovers. They got 4 turnovers already. And, of course, San Diego State has to own the backboards, and so far they have not done that. The defense for San Jose State has been very, very good. Ledee needs some help scoring, and so far he's not getting it.
They'll stay here with San Diego State getting another chance to support Ledee, who puts up 20.5 points per game on his own. He had 31 points and 10 rebounds in these teams' first meeting. Ledee off the inbounds. That's the physicality.
He's complaining again. He's getting whacked. There's only one other player on the team, Reese Waters, who averages double figures at 11.
Step back, MJ Amy, that's a 3-pointer. Second 3 of the game for Amy.
And as you mentioned, he's shooting over 50% from 3-point range in his last 4 games.
Waters got rid of it just in time. Ledee has stepped out his range this season, that along 2.
Waters has fallen down twice already in this game. His feet are not under him when he's driving to the basket. He's getting tangled up in his own feet.
The preseason newcomer of the year in the Mountain West. Deflected away, and it'll stay on this end. Amy, part of this San Jose State team that will shoot a bunch from behind the arc.
Well, when your guy falls down who's guarding you, that's a good indication you ought to shoot it.
Says his favorite player is Steph Curry, looking a lot like that, with a couple of threes early in this one.
In some ways, you're better off shooting early against San Diego State because their defense gets better and better. They are shooting a lot of bricks right now.
Another foul drawn by Ledee, the All-American candidate, senior from Houston. Second foul on MJ Amy.
Well, so far, Ledee is not getting much help from his teammates in terms of them making shots that are makeable. He took 19 free throws the last time these two teams met.
Drew 15 fouls. Yeah, that's another foul and a big for San Jose State, William Humer.
Powell I like a lot. You know, and you talked about him winning the game for them the last time these two teams played with a block with a few seconds to go. He hasn't started a lot of games, and you know, he's a jumping jack, and against Fresno he was very good, as you can see his numbers there. He is capable of doing those kind of numbers. He's very quick, very hard to guard, and he's a 71% free throw shooter, so he should be getting fouled a lot.
Miles Heide comes in. Jaden Ledee takes a break. Won't be on the bench long.
That's for sure.
1 of 2 for Powell. Rebound deflected. Quote from Brian Dutcher after the first game against San Jose State, saying Powell went from GOAT to hero. GOAT as in he made the mistake that allowed an open look, but recovered enough for that block shot to save the game.
He's the best shot blocker on their team.
What you brought up is a different part about this San Diego State defense. They're still effective, just maybe not that same shot blocking that they've had in the past.
Yeah, and that's a lot, really. That takes, you know, you blocking shots, that affects everything. You got to work harder when you don't have a shot blocker. Great defense so far by the Spartans. I mean, they are hustling, they're switching, they're playing physical.
But Heide slips through. He says he was hitting the head.
He was. It could be that the more you complain as a player to the official, the less you get.
The freshman will learn. He was a dynamic player in high school in Seattle. Cardenas off to the left.
You know, Cardenas was sick last week and ill and had no energy against Boise. And, you know, I think he's feeling pretty 100% right now. He's shooting well so far.
Team in San Jose State ravaged by injuries and illnesses throughout the team, throughout conference play.
The drive goes and the post up goes. You can't relax because Heide is in the game. You still got to play the same kind of post defense that they were playing on Ledee. This is a very positive thing for San Diego State, that Heide gets in and feels confident in his playing. 6'10", shooting 60% from the field so far this year.
1 and 1 after the foul of William Humer, his second. So that's key for San Jose State to avoid fouls, especially when Ledee is on the bench.
Yes, indeed. And it's going to be an issue for them in this game. I don't think there's any question. They're playing very, very physical, daring the officials to call the fouls, really.
Latrell Davis, a high school track star in Florida. And he showed off that speed in the game against Nevada last time out, scoring 17 points.
Yeah, and he had 20 against Wyoming. Full speed ahead. That's his game.
Ricky Mitchell in for the Spartans. Davis spins. Can't get it past the big and Heide. Heide, a strong 6'10". Outlets. Powell. Hops. Shot up and in, but no. It's an offensive basket interference. Miles Bird skying through the air. But it was still on the cylinder.
Take a look. Absolutely. Good call. If you take that shot and one of your teammates does that, you're not happy with him. Lamont Butler is working, usually, as always.
Cardenas' pass is tipped, but last touch by San Jose State. It's a turnover. Turnover number 5 for San Jose State.
Yeah, and you know, this is typical of a Brian Dutcher team. Fast hands, jumping in passing lanes. If the dribbler turns, go and attack him with a double team. They are very astute defenders.
Parrish skying through, fading away. 5 for Michael Parrish.
Parrish averages 9.6 a game. He's better when he's going to the basket like that than shooting threes, although he's made a 3 already in this game.
15 apiece. San Diego State has won 19 in a row at home. Deflected in the lane again, and then a foul in the backcourts. So San Diego State settling in here at home.
6'6", 195, leaping ability.
The call as is, saying no basket. And Jay Powell, who was fouled before the break, heads to the free throw line.
8 fouls so far on the Spartans. 1 on San Diego State. But they're not making free throws either.
Already 18 fouls, but missing the front end of the 1-and-1.
So far, Trey Anderson, a San Diego native, has not done a lot in this game, and he's a very good scorer.
Turnover number 6 for San Jose State. Again, it's Amy.
And Anderson is guarding Heidi inside number 15. He'd like to play well against his hometown team. He's a transfer from South Carolina.
Woodstock Academy in San Diego. Then went to Banner Day. Miles Heidi creating an imprint on this game in the early going. The reserve big.
Nice pass, too.
That is 7 straight for San Diego State.
Trell Davis, number 6, wants to go.
Anderson whips. Davis fires long. Powell's been the igniter in transition so far in this first half for the Aztecs. Pull up Jay. Lamont Butler in and out. Last touch by Amy.
Heidi again doing the job. Let's take a look at Heidi here. Thought he traveled a little bit there, but they let it go. Nice play, and notice how he thanks his teammate right here. Watch him point to his teammate as he's running back down the floor. That's what you want from a big guy. He's really doing well. He's getting a lot of rest for the D, and the D's back in. They're playing together here.
And shot goes. Shaden Ledee.
Triple teamed. Dutcher's smart. He leaves Heidi in because now he's got 2 post guys that can take care of business in the lane scoring. Maybe it takes a little pressure off the D, you know?
Well, we had on the perimeter Heidi defending Anderson. Off the switch, Anderson deposits 2 on Ledee.
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting for him. He can get to the paint and shoot over people. He's long, 6'8", long arms. You can see him in the lane trying to put his arms out to get in the passing lanes. 1-3-1 zone. First time we've seen it. Length matters in zones. Length matters a lot in zones.
Ledee, that high post area, he likes to work there, but pushes off. An offensive foul. First foul on Ledee.
He's going to push off with his left hand here. Pushes off, gets his hand back on the ball. Easy call. Saunders is in the game, 25. He has a dunk early going to the offensive glass. They expect a lot from him.
He started 21 games this year, now in a reserve role. Powell in the starting lineup, also Trammell, who's played a lot of games off the bench this season for San Diego State, back into the starting lineup. Cardenas, late shot clock. He's comfortable there, creates space. Off on a 3. Now 3 for 10 from 3-point range on the Spartans.
I like this.
Waters off the backboard.
Boy. San Jose State's doing a great job of clogging the paint on all these drives. All these missed shots, these mid-distance, 12-footers. They're not going to be missed if guys aren't in there clogging the lane. They're doing a very good job of that.
That's for a team that ranks near the bottom of the Mountain West in most of the defensive categories. Amy has to hurry. Recovers with the left hand. Cardenas launches. Gets lets the shooters roll on the road. Well, make sure he got it off in time. But Alvaro Cardenas knocks down his second three. Teams where every loss is a quad one loss.
Yeah. And usually that happens in the power leagues because you're playing a lot of league games against teams that are ranked and are highly thought of. And the Mountain West has that this year.
It has been a power league.
Yeah. And you're playing against teams that have very good nets.
Well, at stake for San Diego State in this one, 19 straight home wins. Third longest active streak right now in college basketball, but San Jose State has come into this building and so far leading by one.
They're doing a great job at the defensive end, and they're taking their time. They're taking good shots. Notice nobody's going to the offensive glass. That's not a bad thing because they get 5 guys back, and there have been no layups on fast break situations at all. So now San Diego has to play 5-on-5.
And Ledee hits the deck again. I counted at least 4 times that the big man has been on the floor.
Yeah, and Humor is doing it. And, you know, that's his 3rd foul. Right here, that's a foul early. He puts his hands straight up, but he's fouling him with his body, trying to get the official to pay attention to the arms instead of the rest of the play.
They did not call that a foul.
Wow.
That got a game. But he again, 3 around him. That time it's a foul. The facial expression from Ledee, in the way he tells the story, he is alerting the officials of the contact that's underneath the hoop.
Boy, I'll say.
Corner, his 2nd foul.
And you have to admire Tim Miles and what he's doing with this team here, because he knows he's got to take Ledee out of the game somehow, and he's got to risk playing overly aggressive, and if it's fouls, it's going to be fouls. Those are his dominating season. The left side, his numbers for the year, all outstanding. The right side, the numbers that he had last time that these two teams got together, and the bottom is the most indicative. 14 of 19 free throws.
Yeah, this is a guy who a season ago only 8 points per game in the reserve role off the bench. He's taken a feature spot and run with it. Expanded his game. Seeing him work with Chris Acker, one of the assistant coaches for San Diego State before the game, with that 3-point shot. He hadn't made a 3 in his career in 4 years before this season with San Diego State. Trammell kicks, settles with Saunders, connects.
About time. They've been throwing bricks from 3 so far.
Now 2 for 6 from behind the arc.
Effort's always there at this end, though. Fun to watch them play defense. Hands on the ball. That shot was challenged beautifully. Again, though, Tim Miles has his guys getting back on D. Don't give up layups. Force San Diego State to shoot outside.
Off the hands of Humor.
Nice ball movement. Saunders, look at the follow through with the wrist. That's what you got to have. Ideally, his left hand would be up also with his palm facing in. That's the ideal follow through.
He's just, as you say, leave the evidence, right? That's what the follow through on.
That's right. You're learning stuff.
Got to take these notes every game. Diving on the deck. Guess who's on the floor again? Ledee saves the possession. Floater by Waters. No. Ledee again and gets fouled.
Give Saunders the credit there. He came in and kept that one alive. We're seeing some errant passes by San Diego State here. Passing down by a guy's ankles or his knees. Give credit to Ledee for getting on the floor here. And he's in the right place at the right time there.
Continues to collect fouls on the opposing team's front courts. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brent Stover, Shelvin Mack, Roy Hibbert, Gary Parrish will get you caught up on all the scores, highlights, and all the latest news in the world of college basketball. Coming up on AT&T at the half.
I'll tell you what, the free throw shooting, if it doesn't get better than this, we're going to have a close game the whole time.
So far, 4 for 9 from the stripe.
Bird's long. He's switched onto a scorer here, and he left him.
And Garner, long to the distance deuce for the all-time three-point leader at San Jose State.
Yeah, that was a bad move right there. 1-3-1. Tibet Garner is out front. He's got long arms. Makes it tough to pass over him.
Bird, lane opens up. Miles Bird takes it. Sophomore out of Stockton, California.
He made up for that errant defensive play right there. Nicely done. When you see a zone, a 1-3-1 zone, penetrating with the dribble is a good idea.
Woo, how about the rip? Darion Trammell. He's been doing that on a number of stops here at San Diego State. Seattle U, that's what he did. City College of San Francisco as well.
Great D. On the floor. We've seen
the Aztecs, a lot of winning lately, so you have streaks like this, of course. Active winning streaks, home games 19, Mountain West home games 13. And of course the matchups against San Jose State, 12 in a row overall, 12 straight here at Viejas. San Jose State doing what they can to end those streaks. Had a lead for a good amount of this first half. Find themselves down 4. Shot clock at just 1. Do they notice? No. Shot clock violation. And it didn't look like any player on the floor for the Spartans knew.
Mental lapses happen, especially when you have some fatigue. And they've been working like crazy here, I can tell you that. Garner at the top is 6'9", long arms. So it's hard to throw a guard-to-guard pass. But you should be able to penetrate the gap.
Butler from the corner. Got it.
He has made the greatest shot in the history of San Diego State basketball. And finally he makes that one. When he made the shot to beat FAU and get into the championship game at the buzzer.
Only in NCAA tournament history, game winner, buzzer beater when trailing to win it. Just an incredible March moment. Early in April. Cardenas with 1. Waters pulls it down. That'll do it for the first. San Diego State's their largest lead so far in this one, a 7-point advantage in the half. And once
11 baskets, and that's San Diego State basketball. To me, the difference really in the game has been the fouling. 0 free throws taken by San Jose State, and only 4 of 9 for San Diego State, and that's not a good thing. The good thing for San Jose State, they got 4 guys with 2 fouls, but nobody got their 3rd or 4th in the first half. And I think Tim Miles is doing a great job keeping his team close here by being extremely physical against a physical team. And, you know, fouling can be a strategy.
Yes.
And I think they're using that.
As long as you can spread it out, and they've done just that so far. Ledee face up, free throw line, pure.
No hesitation. Beautiful pass also. They recognized the zone. They were prepared for it.
9-point lead is the largest of the game for San Diego State. San Jose State led this one 15-10.
They got off to a great start.
Amy front rim, and Darion Trammell picks up the rebound. Trammell's still looking for his first points, coach.
Yeah, that's okay, because he's dishing it inside.
Ledee inside.
Whoa. That's a statement. Scores twice in the first 2 possessions. Yes. Look at this. Look at this, D. Oh, man. He is bothersome, isn't he?
These guards for San Diego State, you have to be able to sign up to play that tough defense if you're going to play for Coach Brian Dutcher. Three-pointer launch and down. Diogo Seixas, just his 10th made 3 of the season. 28 attempts.
From Portugal.
Butler from the corner.
Amy wants to go.
Lots of dribbling. Gorner across the lane gets the friendly touch to Bet Gorner, the junior from Turkey.
I think they're going back zone here. They're a little confused.
In the air tip, Powell with his height and his length brings it down, fires a three, bricks it. Amy chases the board off of his body. It'll stay with the Aztecs.
The D on the interior, he's turning with his elbows up, which is a very, very good idea. And Tibet from Turkey. Nice runner.
Powell can't finish. Ladie chases. Saved by the Spartans.
You got to play through contact in this game.
Amy fires. Butler attacks and gets fouled. So Lamont Butler fouled by Trey Anderson, his second.
You know, because San Diego State is not a team that has great outside shooting and a great offensive players, that kind of thing. Yeah, but they win like crazy, right? So that's not a bad thing. But if you're playing against them, if you send guys to the offensive glass and they turn you over or get a rebound, they're going to get some fast break layups. And they haven't gotten that in this game because the Spartans are not going to the offensive glass, which I think is a smart thing. Now, eventually they may have to. And then we'll see how that plays out down the road here.
Getting back is the emphasis versus perhaps an extra possession or two.
Right. Nice switch. Mismatch inside. Tramel's guarding a 6'8" guy.
Amy hurries. Corner, high release three. Battle for the rebound. Ladie bumps Humer to the ground, who kicks it. So it's San Diego State ball.
This is great San Diego type stuff. Look at these ranks in the Mountain West. First, second, and second in all of the categories defensively that mean the most. And that has been consistent throughout the time of Steve Fisher as well as Coach Dutcher.
Been nationally top 10 in KenPom defensively. Every year it seems 5 straight inside the top 25. Tramel stumbles. And it's a rare chance to run for San Jose State. Davis is the guy to do it. He loves the run. A freshman from Great Britain.
That was an ill-advised pass at the other end by San Diego State. You get that close to the basket, shoot it. If you miss, you got a chance for the offensive rebound. Instead, a turnover on a low pass.
Cardenas from Spain. Horner from Turkey. Ladie gets the rebound. Seixas from Portugal. Just part of the international connection for San Jose State. Again with numbers. Davis from Great Britain lays it in.
He's a speedster. Great run right here by the Spartans, getting right back in it.
Butler sees an opening, attacks the rack.
Credit Ladie. He screened the zone, and the man who was supposed to cover that spot got screened off by Ladie.
The 123rd game for Lamont Butler in his Aztec career. Anderson curls. Ladie tried to tap it, but it got to the glass first. Trey Anderson.
A little bit more up-tempo here.
You think that favors the Spartans?
I think it does, yes.
Parrish probes the lane, and patience pays off. Rotating around the perimeter, Amy does the honors. Ladie vacuums it in.
Give it up.
He does. Butler lines it up. Too much.
Yikes.
Both teams galloping up and down the floor. Amy is sent away. Lamont Butler denies.
When you shoot a brick at one end, you better hustle back. And he did.
All State to OT. Again, the Aggies, though, got it done in the extra session.
And bottom right, Nevada at Colorado State. Colorado State doesn't lose much in Moby Arena. They got a lead with 5 minutes to go.
As soon as you think you have this conference figured out, then you have a game like over the weekend where Air Force topples New Mexico. Colorado State falling to UNLV. This conference, you think you know, you have no idea. Waters, bullseye.
I think that's the guy that has to really step up more for this team. They need shooting. And he has the reputation to be a good shooter. Earlier in the year, I had them, and he looked very, very good.
It moved him to a reserve role over the last three. A reach and a steal. Miles Bird. Oh, he gets swatted by the front rim. He wanted a foul. Instead, the rim gets a block shot. Anderson on the other end, no. And here's Ledee on the run. Ledee surrounded by three. Gets fouled. He drew 5 fouls in the first half.
Here it is. Was there contact? I didn't see it.
You would think Bird would be able to fly.
He's got long arms, and that was a little embarrassing for him. But he did make a great defensive play to get the steal. 31 points last time, only 10 tonight against this team.
Around and in. CBS Sports celebrates Black History Month, paying tribute to the triumphs, influence on culture, and legacy of achievement. Mentioned Jaden Ledee at the free throw line. He's third, the Ken Pom Analytics Player of the Year. We're not just talking about Mountain West. We're talking Player of the Year nationally.
Yeah,
that's the kind of season he's playing.
Behind Edey. Full court pressure, first time today. When you got a weapon like Trammell out there and Butler.
Great cut, Anderson, but can't finish. Bird came to affect the layup.
How about Bird? His gets blocked, and he blocks one.
Bird scoops it home. So you miss a dunk, you make up for it on the defensive end, get rewarded back on offense, and it's 9 straight for San Diego State. Aztecs trying to increase their home winning streak to 20 games. Anderson high off the glass. Trey Anderson. Remember, San Jose State, if you're just joining us, no Adrame-Zhang. He's out with an injury. No Garrett Anderson. No Christian Wise.
Well, Zhang is the most important one of those, and he's a 7-footer starts.
And he went out against Ledee inside. Not many answers for him.
Cumulative effect. What a terrific pass right there. And he's using better technique. What he's doing in the second half, watch as he protects the ball with his right elbow. Okay, when he in the first half, he kept the ball close to his body and his arms straight, and that way people could slap the ball away from him. He's protecting it much, much better in the second half.
Third foul on Seixas. Now, Coach, I was watching Ledee before the game, and he was warming up with Chris Acker, the San Diego State assistant coach. And Acker was doing everything that he would get in a game with 2 hands on the body, pushing, shoving, trying to battle for a position. Now, of course, Chris Acker nowhere near the size of Ledee, but trying to simulate the kind of punishment that he gets during live game action.
Sure, exactly. He's got to play through that stuff. It's going to happen.
Couple of bounces. Amy can't get it to go. Ledee, an inadvertent kick, but it gets to Amy. Davis, he needs this one. Oh, what a snatch on a rebound by Bird.
Bird's playing good. It must be the shoes.
Right as could be. Saunders. Oh, yeah.
Notice these are fast break plays now. They're not half-court 5-on-5 plays. I like Bird's pink shoes. I'm going to get a pair of those.
Especially if he can make you jump like that.
I have no hope of that.
You can still get net, right, Coach?
I get up a little bit. How about some subs off the bench playing good? Ball right there. That's what you need when you're getting fouled a lot. And he's making his free throws in the second half as well. Just another day at the office for that guy.
I mean, his development, talk about, putting the work in. A couple years at TCU, one at Ohio State. A redshirt year here at San Diego State, got bigger. Always improving his game. It's just gone off to new heights. Potential player of the year in the Mountain West this season.
Bird's playing good. Did you see him challenge that shot?
Saunders has all day.
That's not a bad shot by them, though. Beautiful arc. Nice switch here.
Cardenas cuts, and that ends what was a 15-2 run for San Diego State.
Trammell fell asleep on that one. He was ball watching and lost his man.
That's the guy you think can lift San Diego State to bigger heights this season, and Reese Waters, a USC transfer.
Yep.
Davis changes ends quickly.
Remember, he was hurt earlier in the year, and I'm wondering if that has affected his explosiveness at all. Sometimes those kind of injuries can linger a little bit. Lamont Butler has been on the bench for quite a while. There's a foul.
What do you do about that, Jaden Ledee?
That could be flagrant. Watch this now. He gets pushed. He's not even trying to make a play for it. From behind. Watch from behind here.
That whack.
I'll tell you what, he whacked with his right hand and he pushed him with his left hand. That was Jesus, the Portuguese player.
Fourth foul. 8th foul drawn in this game by Jaden Ledee. Remember, he drew 15 fouls in the January meeting between these teams.
He's shooting his free throws better. In the first half, he has great spin on the ball, but he was shooting it flat. He's got a little bit of better arc here. I like Bird. He's playing well here. He adds a little dimension. Look at how Ledee can stay in front of the point guard.
Claps his hands, too. Lets him know. Clock at just 3. Davis, mid-range, butter. Wow.
That was good defense, and he just made a play. As you mentioned, 2 out of the last 3 games, he had 20 and 17 points. They could use that. I think Lamont Butler gets back in the game here. Trammell's making some mental errors. Davis on the pull-up. Nicely done. Heck of an athlete. There's plenty of stress when you're only won 2 games in your conference, but he certainly is a competitor, and he's a fun guy to watch. Tim Miles came in with a good plan, and it kind of evaporated there for about 4 minutes, and that's why we have this big lead. But other than that spurt, they've been solid. Anderson's got 10.
And the word that stands out whenever I watch San Diego State play, there's Amy, the player profile, always results in a 3-pointer. That's just how it works. But when the word that stands out to me when I watch the Aztecs, relentless. And I think most people saw that in March and then April last year when the team got that national stage and made the run in the tournament.
Yep, no doubt about it. Relentless.
For the second straight year, their depth is also a strength.
The team they played was relentless also. Speaking of relentless, he's positioning himself now. He wears people down. Just like their defense wears teams down, I think Ledee's physical presence inside wears people down.
2 boards shy of his 11th double-double this season. Anderson's leaner might have been blocked.
Got a piece.
The relentless Ledee. That time 3 bodies. He has to play in a crowd unlike many in this conference do, and the arrow goes the other way.
Terrific pass right here. Create some space. If they're going to let you play physical, you got to be physical on offense as well. Getting a blow here. It's pretty much close to a double-double again. I think he's got 18 and 8, or maybe 20 and 8. He's got 20 and 8 now, yeah. I'll tell you, I was impressed with Heidi in the first half. He hasn't even smelled the game until just now. He's in because Ledee was playing so great. I'll tell you, when you play like Ledee and all of these guys, I mean, Dutcher plays a lot of players, and they're so defensive oriented, and it takes such exertion to play that way that you have to play a lot of guys. You know, I mentioned Butler. He's back in now as well. You need to rest some. Get that lactic acid out of your muscles.
You mentioned the rotation from Coach Brian Dutcher. I mean, how valuable is it to, as Waters misses the fadeaway, keep everybody happy with the minutes? He started a handful of different starting lineups, from Waters being in it to Saunders. Now those two coming off the bench. Trammell, who was the South Region MVP last year in the NCAA tournament, he played a reserve role for a good chunk of the year. San Jose State creeping back in this. A long ball by Amy, and don't look now, 8-point game.
They're making some threes again.
And that's an offensive foul. They get the freshman, Miles Heidi, on the screen. So San Jose State, they're not done. Come on the road.
They are a team that relies a great deal on the three-point shot. He's got 14 and 9 and 4 assists. That's a pretty good day's work.
Yes.
And we got a long way to go.
Mentioned inside college basketball. They'll break down the craziness we've already had in the Mountain West so far today, with a couple of overtime games. UNLV blew a lead to Wyoming. Did recover for a win in overtime. San Jose State took San Diego State right down to the buzzer last time these teams met in January. Aztecs escaped with a 3-point win.
Butler's got a big guy trying to guard Anderson close to the basket. He's got to block out on this shot.
Amy, oh man! And he lets him know. MJ Amy has made this a 5-point game, a 13-2 run.
Playing a little like Russell Westbrook right now.
Trammell to counter. Ledee tapped it initially to save possession. Powell loses, dives to save. Of course, Amy, like Westbrook, on the deck to save it. The whistle sounds. I haven't gotten a clear indication on a call, but it looks like a game of Twister here at Viejas Arena. Jump ball, arrow, San Diego State ball. I mean, that scramble. Talk about Mountain West basketball. Put that on the poster.
Man, you got to blow the whistle quicker. You don't want 6 guys laying on the ground.
That's a lot of surface area for the fellows to wipe up.
Yeah.
Right around the lane. We got 6 bodies on the floor.
The players like that. They need a little bit of a rest
there
here.
You go.
There's 14 on the shot clock here. That's what the players have to
Looking
remember.
like curling right now. We got the two out right now.
Looks like we got some blood on Ledee here.
Oh, yes. That's a concern, too. I mean,
boy, it's great to have those trainers right on it, right?
Yes. San Jose State trying to keep up the fight. Man, this is a team that has never won at Viejas Arena. 0-12. Ooh. Ball was kicked. The officials don't blow the whistle there. Trammell has to scramble to save. Shot clock at 5. Has to be Parrish. Oh, it's halfway down. Ledee sticks it right back.
That's a killer. I thought Parrish's three was down on that one.
Sellout crowd gets re-engaged. Amy on fire. Not this time. What a tap in. Trey Anderson carves out space.
Great fight. 1-3-1 zone. They used it a lot in the first half with effectiveness. San Diego State learned how to drive into the gaps, and that helped.
Parrish again in and out. Ledee vacuums it in again off the offensive glass. He's fouled on the floor.
What a knack for rebounding. What a tremendous effort right here.
In the race for the finish.
Colorado State's only loss, they were 14-1 until that point, and they lost to St. Mary's, who's an NCAA tournament team from the West Coast Conference. Ledee has been absolutely phenomenal in the second half. They keep missing shots, and he keeps getting rebounds.
Before we stepped aside, he drew the second foul on Cardenas. It's the 15th foul on San Jose State. Butler, big shot player, that time off the heel, hits the top of the backboard, out of bounds. What has San Jose State done to get back in it? They were down in this game by as many as 17.
Amy started making threes, their confidence got going, and then, no, I don't think the San Diego State players thought the game was over by any stretch, but they had a great spurt, and when they spurt, they're really good, but when you have to drag it out, you know, half court against half court, not as good.
Playmaker from Spain, Alvaro Cardenas, has handled this pressure defense all game long. Amy has it, snatched. Ledee gallops, fouled, slams, count it.
Unbelievable.
The man is a monster.
I don't know if he could run for governor, but he could run for mayor of San Diego. Look at this. He just takes it right away from him. That is some strength. And so is that. Wow. You got to give Coach Dutcher a lot of credit. I thought Ledee was going to take a blow, and as soon as the game got a little bit closer, he put him right back in.
Smart coaching. Play your best guys.
Smart.
25 for Ledee, go along with 10 rebounds, another double-double, his 11th, 6 straight games of 20-plus points.
Wow.
All-American candidate.
Butler is helping way too much off of Amy. He's got to stay tight. Look on the left side of your screen.
Blinding first step from Davis, hammer to the ground. Hope he's okay. The freshman from Great Britain, went to high school in Florida.
He's got some speed. He goes hard here. He gets fouled right there. And then Butler comes over to try to block it. I don't know who they gave the foul to. The first one or the second one. Yeah, Parrish on the way in.
Coach, believe it or not, these are the first free throws of the game for San Jose State.
Yeah, I do believe it. I've been following that. And, you know, I mean, it's a stark contrast where San Jose State and Tim Miles have been using fouling as a strategy, at least early on. And it kept him in the game in the first half. This kid's got to play a lot of minutes because he is an athlete.
We're talking to Tim Miles before the game. He mentioned that the free throw line helped them stay in the game in San Jose against San Diego State. They were 23 of 25 from the free throw line. Again, that was just their first 2 free throws of this contest. Yep. Trammell has space. Once again, an offensive rebound by Jaden Ledee, but his outlet, Trammell had his toe on the sideline. Jaden Ledee has 11 rebounds, and his Aztecs upset.
11th double-double of the year. 17 games of 20 or more points. Amy has 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 turnovers. Talk about a guy who's involved in the action.
He's connected on 5 of his 9 threes in this game. In the backcourt, how about the pressure? Lamont Butler on the floor. That's a held ball. Possession arrow. We'll give it to San Jose State.
What defense by Butler. Gets his hand in there twice. And then on the floor again. I'll tell you what, boy, that frustrates players. And then sometimes when you get frustrated, you try to do too much. But I think with Amy right now, you know, he's not happy about that. But I'll tell you what, he might play better when he's like that. Some guys are that way.
I mean, the motor for him is never off. It's just constantly running.
Yeah,
you mentioned Russell Westbrook. He just has that kind of giddy up to his game. Cardenas separates, fades, and buries it. Woo-hoo! It's a 4-point game in San Diego. Wow.
3-point shooting.
Ledee push from behind. Team foul number 7. 1-and-1 upcoming.
Cardenas, he does the backup. He did this in the first half from that exact same part of the floor. He dribbles, the defense backs up, and then he backs up away from the D and knocks it in.
Trey Anderson is called for his 3rd foul. The 11th foul drawn by Jaden Ledee. Front end.
Not shooting them flat in this half. He's going to get fouled plenty. Coming into this game, he has shot 221 free throws and made 163 of them. Some teams haven't shot that many.
Yeah, he's first in the conference. You brought up the Zach Edey name. It's just a similar thing where he just gets the entire opposing front court in foul trouble.
Very similar.
Pressure.
Cardenas can handle it.
Ledee reaches. Cardenas slings. Cardenas just hit a 3, a possession to go. Amy curls. We're going to get a foul on San Diego State. Lamont Butler, who got hit towards the chops. But he's the one guilty of the personal.
Holding his face. Let's take a look right here. He gets involved all the time. Ooh. Oof. Right here, the handoff.
Just tried to blow up the screen. First foul on Butler. Cardenas tries to play make, tipped by Butler, out of bounds.
Wow. What a great play by Butler.
San Jose State trying to do something they haven't done in a long time. It's beat a ranked team. 33 straight losses against ranked teams. 4 in 100 in program history. Cardenas over the Katef from Parrish. Skying Davis. Whoa, what great minutes from Latrell Davis off the Spartan bench. Back to a 4-point game.
And that's a guard going after that offensive board. Little weave action.
Couple of steps before putting it on the deck. Trammell sets up Ledee. There's no foul that time. Anderson got a ball in there. A foul in transition. Parrish reaches as Davis was accelerating. 4th team foul on San Diego State.
No shooting. Right here. Look from behind. Oh, man.
2-possession game down the stretch. San Jose State has never won in this building. Cardenas to try to lead in upsets. Corner for 3. Back of the rim. Trammell at the free throw line. Board for the Aztecs. sellout in San Diego. Trying to get their Aztecs back on track. Butler, he's in a big shot or two. Play make Saunders. Battle for the rebound. Ledee hits the floor. It gets to the Spartans. Under a minute left. And he was out of bounds. Corner. It was right in front of the Spartan bench. Irate.
To try to inbound, but that's not a bad idea right here. Maybe get something in the backcourt. They are pressuring full court, and Cardenas and Latrell Davis are going to try to make something happen here. Here comes the double
and a timeout. San Diego State burns a timeout. 54 seconds left. Keep in mind, San Jose State 17 fouls, so the next time they foul is at San Diego State 1-1. Game right at the end. That was a chance to tie. Jay Powell sent it away. The Trey Anderson layup, no. San Diego State won that game by 3 points. This is a 4-point game here at Viejas. Trammell catches the inbounds, scoops the pass to Saunders. What a play to Zion. Brian Dutcher and staff out of the timeouts.
The Spartans took a chance on trapping, and it bit them.
Anderson rolls, gets the layup, 39 seconds, and a San Jose State timeout.
Two terrific plays in a row. I think guys are afraid of fouling right now. Let's take a look at this guy. Somebody falls on the floor, you get huddle your guys up, a free throw. You know, there's ways to coach your team without calling a timeout. He's doing it right now. He's out on the floor, out of the coach's box, but directing the defense right here.
Pressure. Parrish catches, reaches around Gorner. Amy comes to help on the track.
10 seconds.
Waters is the outlet. Gets it across the timeline, and Cardenas fouls Waters, who's an excellent free throw shooter.
Waters has not played a bunch in this game, but he is, you're right, good free throw shooter. Nice form on his shots.
93% from the line. Had a streak where he began the year 43 for 43. Woo. Front end. 5-point game, 30.9 left.
Amy and Cardenas. They got a dribble, penetrate, dish. If the three's there, take it.
Miles Bird in for San Diego State.
Nicely done. Making free throws. That ain't easy at this juncture.
They said Amy. Has to be him. 20 seconds left.
Back up. Back up.
Step back. Around and out. Miles Bird vacuums in the rebound. 13.7 left. He's fouled. 9th team foul. 1-1 continues. It's been a game effort for San Jose State.
Cardenas had it. He made 3 threes like that in this game where he drives and gets the defense to back up, and he backs up. And he had it. It went around 360 around the rim, like one of my putts when I'm playing golf.
The golf courses in Florida, very familiar with the in and outs from Coach Wenzel.
This guy's played good today.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
Miles Bird.
He's an action type player. He's going to get better and better.
San Diego State seems to get better and better this time of year, every year.
Yep. He's only a sophomore.
This was more like the San Jose State team that we saw early in conference play, where they took some of the top teams right down to the wire. An effort that I'm sure Tim Miles, his team shorthanded, could be satisfied with. Gorner just picked the ball up before San Diego State inbounded. Sneaky, sneaky. 6.1 to go. They'll continue to play the foul game. 5 seconds left, and Parrish will walk the length of the floor. He'll shoot 2. So San Diego State, Jerry Palm, our bracketologist, had them as a 3 seed heading into today. One of 6 teams in the Mountain West in his field of 68. Perhaps the most impressive part about San Diego State, they don't lose games against teams they really shouldn't lose to. Parrish buries that free throw.
Early in the year, Coach Dutcher told me that this is the best the league's been, and also that it was going to be very, very tough to go on the road and win against, and he named the teams, and he was exactly right. And also, when you're a team that plays in San Diego, you got to go to the mountains and play, and that hurts you a little bit.
It is 20 home wins in a row for San Diego State, and they've won 13 straight against the Spartans.